Let me ask you something honestly. What if I told you that your life could start changing in just 90 days? Not through some extreme transformation, not through crazy motivation, not through working 15 hours a day, but through something simple. Just 1 hour every morning. Sounds too easy, right? That's exactly why most people ignore it. But here's the truth. Most life-changing results don't come from big actions. They come from small actions repeated consistently. And when you repeat a focused 1 hour routine every day for 90 days, you don't just change your schedule. You start changing your mind, habits, identity, and direction. Why 90 days is so powerful? You might be wondering, why 90 days? Why not 7 days or 30 days? Here's the thing. Real change doesn't happen instantly. Your brain needs time to adapt. Psychology suggests that habits are formed through repetition over time. In the beginning, your brain resists change. It prefers comfort. It prefers old patterns. But when you repeat a behavior daily, something powerful happens. Your brain starts creating new neural pathways. These pathways make the new behavior easier. Over time, what once felt difficult starts to feel natural. And 90 days is enough time to move from resistance to acceptance, effort to habit, awareness to identity. That's why 90 days can create visible, measurable change. What happens in the first 30 days? Let's break this journey into phases. The first 30 days are the hardest. This is where most people quit. Why? Because your brain is fighting change. When you wake up early and try to follow a routine, your mind will say, just sleep a little more. You can start tomorrow. This isn't necessary. This is your comfort zone trying to pull you back. But if you push through this phase, something starts to shift. You begin to notice small wins. Slightly better focus, a bit more control over your time. Small improvements in discipline. It may not feel life-changing yet, but internally, your brain is beginning to restructure itself. What happens in days 30 to 60? Now, things get interesting. Between 30 to 60 days, the routine starts feeling easier. You don't struggle as much to wake up. You don't overthink your actions. The habit begins to run on autopilot. And this is where real progress becomes visible. You start to notice improved clarity in thinking, better emotional control, increased productivity, reduced procrastination. You're no longer just trying to improve. You're actually becoming someone who follows through. And this builds confidence, because confidence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from evidence. Evidence that you can stay consistent. What happens in days 60 to 90? Now you enter the transformation phase. This is where the results become clear. Your mornings feel structured. Your mind feels sharper. Your actions feel intentional. At this stage, something powerful happens. Your identity begins to change. You no longer see yourself as someone who struggles with discipline. You start seeing yourself as someone who wakes up with purpose, invests in self-growth, takes control of their life. And this identity shift affects everything. Your decisions improve, your habits improve, your confidence increases, and slowly, your life direction starts changing. The structure of the 1 hour routine. Now let's talk about what this 1 hour actually looks like. The most effective routine usually includes 3 key parts. 1. Mind, 20 minutes. This is where you focus on learning or mental growth. You can read books, listen to podcasts, learn new skills. This improves your thinking patterns, and better thinking leads to better decisions. 2. Body, 20 minutes. This is where you activate your body. You can exercise, stretch, go for a walk. This increases energy and mental clarity. Movement also reduces stress and improves mood. 3. Direction. 20 minutes. This is where you plan your day. You decide your top priorities, your most important tasks, your focus for the day. This gives your day structure and purpose. Real-life changes. You'll notice, after 90 days, the changes are not just external, they are internal. You'll start noticing. 1. Increased discipline. You'll find it easier to do things you once avoided, because your brain has been trained to follow routines. 2. Better focus. Your attention span improves. You get distracted less. You can concentrate for longer periods. 3. Stronger confidence. You trust yourself more because you've proven that you can stay consistent. 4. Clear direction. You stop feeling lost. You start making decisions based on long-term goals. 5. Reduced stress. When your mornings are calm and structured, your mind feels less chaotic. You feel more in control. Why most people never reach 90 days? Here's the reality. Most people never complete 90 days. They quit within the first 1 to 2 weeks. Not because the routine doesn't work, but because they expect instant results. They want change in days. But real transformation takes time. Another reason is inconsistency. They skip days. They break the habit. And once the pattern breaks, it becomes harder to continue. That's why consistency is more important than perfection. Even if some days are not perfect, showing up matters. The compound effect of 90 days now. Here's where things get powerful. 90 days of consistent effort creates momentum. And momentum doesn't stop. If you continue this routine beyond 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, the results become exponential. Your skills improve. Your mindset strengthens. Your opportunities increase. And your life begins to move in a completely different direction. The identity shift that changes everything. The biggest change after 90 days is not your routine. It's your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who procrastinates, lacks discipline, struggles to stay consistent, and you start seeing yourself as someone who takes action, builds habits, controls their time, and identity is powerful. Because once your identity changes, your behavior follows automatically. Final thought. 90 days may not seem like a long time, but it's enough to change the way your brain works, enough to build discipline, enough to create momentum, enough to shift your identity. And all of this starts with something incredibly simple: 1 hour every morning. Most people will ignore this. They will continue rushing into their days, reacting to distractions, and wondering why nothing changes. But a small percentage will take action. They will protect that 1 hour. They will invest in themselves daily. And after 90 days, they won't just have a new routine. They will have a new version of themselves. Because sometimes, the difference between staying stuck and moving forward is just 1 hour a day, repeated for 90 days.